This is a wild opener. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel for game number 4 of our grand finals. And we have got a W for the win with the Wolves. Man, Anatan's freaking out because he's against the HRE of Wham, and he knows it's going to be a spearman rush. And what a move as well. You can't fault this guy's creativity. We've seen a lot of people just instead pull additional villagers on the gold and accept they won't be able to get knights. But not Anatan, no. Not after that last game where he got all the knights he wanted. Instead, it is French knight galore. God, I feel like in a way I'm watching another grand finals that happened recently, where the French just felt unbeatable. And this is going to be a womp-womp of sadness. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. This went so quickly, we didn't have a chance to start predictions. I'll give you guys 1 minute. It's not over for Wham. He only invested 2 spears, and in fairness, still has value against French. You need spearmen anyway. It allows you to block pro scouts, and... What? He pulled 8 villages. That's absolutely insane! So the counter to pro scouts is take all the deer first. Are you actually kidding me? Not even an outpost rush. That's what I would have at least expected here. He can follow up with an outpost rush, by the way. For some reason, we're building the mill even closer to the enemy. It's like, just in case you didn't know, we have this. I'm flabbergasted right now. This is absolutely wild. So imagine a world in which Wham just builds Raxes here and spam spears. It sounds so stupid, but guys, it weirdly can work. Because you'd think archers count as spears, and that's a reasonable assessment. It's not always that simple. And that is an undeniable outpost. 8 villages. But Wham, he's scoured. He knows about this gold, yet he's still committed to this play. That is crazy. Well, I know. We'll need to move away fast here. Apparently he isn't fast enough, though. He's going to lose a villager. At least get the rest away. No pro scouts from Anno. He's actually not that far off. He's 10 gold short. He could just run out with 1 villager and get it if he really, really wants pro scouts. Is there a world in which we're looking at mine work here? Wham is very close to a tech up, by the way. It's deceptive because you gather up to 35 food with HRE. Because remember, it's 25 on deer normally, and then you have the increased capacity with push carts. Like, his food should get him there very, very soon. Yep, there we go. Kind of feels bad, man, to have the sheep at home at this point. People ask me how I'm doing. Nobody asked when the dirt patch is coming out. No, they just all want to know when the Age of Empires 4 patch is coming out. Actually, no one asked me how I'm doing. It's not true at all. Every time it's just, can you put Gamba on? So, yeah, there's the 1 gold worker we talked about. Is it going to be pro scouts, though? I mean, Anno's just holding on to the gold right now. Why do you have to say it like that? Was that meant to be a Fonzie Ufaz? How you do it? Oh, sorry, that wouldn't be Fonz. That'd be Joey. Fonz's whole thing was 8. You guys are old enough to know the 80 thing. I'm too young to have known that at the time. I got the reruns years later, you know? All right. Good question here. Who is the real GOAT? Is it Joey or is it Barney from How I Met Your Mother? Do I do one of my controversial statements that will get at least 20 people to unfollow me? Do I do it? Here we go. I think Friends is overrated. How I Met Your Mother is better. I got it off my chest. I had to say it. Just like I have to say, I'm not sure this is the game-winning play. Wham. He's going to lose a Villy here. That's the second worker kill so far. This expansion hasn't really paid off the way he's intended, because remember, he's got 8 villagers here and a prelate. Too many people exposed. Yeah, if I had to go back and watch Friends or go back and watch How I Met Your Mother, I'd more happily go back and watch How I Met Your Mother. I also think Big Bang Theory is overrated. As a geek. The biggest criticism you can give How I Met Your Mother is they rushed the ending. The final season was its weakness. The rest of it is... Oh, and Community is the best sitcom of all. There, I said it. I think years later we were able to truly realize it. I don't care that it was just absurdly over the top. That's what made it so damn good. Okay, so... Bit of a weird game from Wham. He's going Horseman Spearman. He didn't go Mine Work. He pulled all his villagers off to the enemy side of the map to take the deer and run away. What's up, ESO Empires? Thank you for the raid, mate. He's still staying here for the deer. But I can't imagine that lasts much longer, right? No, because siege engineering is coming. And there's 2 knights waiting to reap, archers to clear the spears. I think we're just a minute and a half away from Wham losing 5 more workers. 1 will survive. They always do. Parks and Recreation is pretty good. But I still think Community is the best. Community is like a sequence. You could essentially have them as one-offs. I think the beautiful thing about Community is you could walk in on almost any... I don't say any individual episode because there's overarching stories. But they've done such a great job of making every single one, or at least most of them, feel like their own epic episode. So Ram's shuffling in. Oh, dude, he knew though. Yeah, this is one of the toxic things. Like, look at the vision on this outpost. Because HRE outposts get more vision by default, right? It sees so much. So beautiful dodge of the bullet there. It is still an eco lead notable for Anatan though. He's up by 5. The Archon buffing a decent amount actually. Because Wham's now coming home, right? So more sheep to eat here. Okay, this is not as catastrophic as I was expecting it to be. The memery was not as much memery as it was... Dankery? Oh god, that sounded terrible to say. So what's Wham's game strat here? Win condition can't be Feudal Age, right? It has to be Castle. Anno is now going in for the scouts. It took a bloody long time, but we should be seeing pro scouts now. There's not much deer left here. He comes in, destroys the enemy mill, and builds his here anyway. And after that, there's only 1 deer stack. Like, this is not worth pro scouts, chat. I think you just walk out for the deer. Wham has played this so damn well. With a double deer reverted behind his base, he can just wall them in. This is sick. By not going pro scouts, he's going to end up with 3 of the 4 deer stacks. How does that even work? I know. He's going to take the bait. Did he actually scout the full wall in? I don't think he did scout the full wall in. Maybe you should suspect it here. Horsemen, love this. You out-mobilize. You can just run beyond them and allow the spears to catch up, which means that Anatan can't even A-click you back. This is wild. This series is starting to feel like one that could go all the way to 7 games. I don't know, definitely not out yet, but with pro scouts here, you're just going to feel so depressed about the play. You could argue he couldn't come and get these otherwise, but I think send 1 scout up and slowly shove it in. It's a long-term play. Maybe he just needs the food more imminently. I mean, he is out of sheep, so it was either that or walk out to the north side to gather. Was that Community went downhill when Chevy Chase left? Yeah, but you had the reports about how Chevy Chase was, right? I think the way they described him is like the character he played was almost a caricature of actually him. And it's obviously rumors, you don't know for sure. But it definitely seemed like some bridges were burnt there. I don't know. What's everyone's favorite sitcom? We listed a few. Some people gave some ideas. I haven't watched Sunny in Philadelphia. I know some people are really crazy about Arrested Development. Arrested Development is kind of weird to me. It's not this bad. It's just hard to describe. I enjoyed it. It's just I don't know if I call it the goated one, you know? Horsemen are rapping on the back. Wham. There's Spiminer here. This shouldn't work. Nah, and he knows it. He backs away. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I need to catch up on the later seasons. Brooklyn Nine-Nine started off strong. I have a feeling Brooklyn Nine-Nine would have had that classic sitcom issue of the repetition, probably. That's what I mean about Community that was beautiful. It just, in some ways, felt like the right length, but also the insanity of episode to episode as it scaled is what made it work really well. Fresh Prince is decent. I don't know, I guess it's like, what are you looking for a sitcom? Some sitcoms just provide that repetition of content, and it works well. Others just look for the amplification. I think Community was amplification. Alright. The Community is getting a little bit too close to home here, though. Look at this. Rides in. Horseman looking to pinch the Knights. Wow. I don't know if he can sustain this push, but I like what he's doing behind this. This is a castle ploy. He's baiting Anatan to reinvest in this age so that he can beat him to the punchline. Of course, because in a game where you have no sheep, let's give away the one sheep we have. Oh, no. Oh, might be in trouble. Anatan, he hasn't really been building nice. This just feels like such a weird French build. No way when that gamble was up did many people trust in Wham. That was polarizing, man. Pulling 8 villagers across the map. What a way to start game number 4. What a way to set us up for a redraft. Wow, I'm just on the verge of hitting that tech up now. Anatan is adding in more knights, but the count just looks pathetic here. Now we Burgrave, because we like losing. No, it's going to be Regnitz. Anno just doesn't have much map control to deny either. Once the tech up happens, he has to rush out. I mean, Wham has 2 prelates, right? He could already be pulling for very aggressively located relics. Instead, he's going to keep pressuring. Anatan is trying to get outposts up here while archers are standing right there. No textiles either, so definitely pains him a little. 2 workers going down. Will be a pullback, and Regnitz now coming through. Armies are neck and neck at this stage, but you see Anatan is just going to mirror the tech. That's always been his goal here. I think we're going to be seeing Guildhall. Anno just doesn't really have the food to not. Without the Pro Scouts paying off, Royal Institute would just feel completely pointless. Farm transition already looking better for Wham. Sitting up at 6 farms. Meanwhile, poor little Lano, only 4. Guildhall now confirmed. Oh yeah, I forgot about good old Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know if I can really go back and want to watch much of Malcolm in the Middle. I think Bryan Cranston, cheapskate character, made it something truly special. You know, when I think about it more, everybody hates Chris kind of replicate a decent chunk of that, right? You know what kind of surprised me maybe a little bit? Considering how successful it was at the time. The fact that not a single person said that their favorite sitcom was Two and a Half Men. Not the latest series, but you know, like the early days. Did everyone just expunge it from their memory because of what happened after Charlie left? Kind of expunged it from my memory too. That thing was everywhere. So Veteran Receiver Archer's coming through for Anatan. He's looking to play for Relics, but he's so late now. It's going to be 4 Relics to 1, which just feels like a defeat. In fact, Wham has already stopped playing for Imperial. Why wait around, right? Nice raid in. Just unfortunate half of them are scouts. Knight response is coming through to block that out. Anno hasn't even queued up the veterancy for Knights. That's how little he's interested in scaling these. Binge the Halo series? I haven't watched the Halo series. I'm playing through the Halo games at the moment, actually. I played through a lot of them before, like a year ago, because I never played them as a kid. I'm currently going through Halo Wars 2. Honestly, I highly recommend it. It's a good game. Cinematics are good quality. Storyline seems decent. Halo Wars 2 is pretty dope. Not sure I'm bothered with the multiplayer, but I don't think RTSs have to always have good multiplayer. And then after I'm done with that, I'm finally going to hop into Halo Infinite's campaign. I played a lot of the multiplayer when it released, but never done the campaign. Halo is mid. What, you mean like the OG Halo games? I mean, I played through them the other year, and I actually can understand the hype over Halo 2. You know what I think was underrated? Killzone. Killzone 1, I get why people had their reservations, but Killzone 2... Killzone 3. Killzone 3, peak. Killzone 3 single-player campaign was one of the best campaigns in FPS history. Every single mission, you were doing something else. You know how hard it is to get a game where every single mission you feel like something has drastically changed, whether it's environment or the mechanics you do? I think actually, the Soul's Ascent campaign was great for that as well, in a lot of ways. So, somehow, this relic hasn't been taken. It's about to get fixed. I know, he tried his best to take it, bless him. He just doesn't have the numbers. The archers are out of position. It's actually unfortunate that he can't move them out of the base. And he's paranoid, right? Rightly so. Wham has got 12 knights. Okay, so I see Bioshock come in the conversation. I'm going to just say it now. I know that Bioshock is great. I admittedly played Bioshock 1 the other year, so I played it too late. I loved Infinite, but even then, I'm going to still give it to Dishonored. I prefer Dishonored. Dishonored is my game. I love that game. 2's only true fault, I think, was too much repetition if you played 1 in the first half of the game. It took me years to go back and finally play through the whole thing. The mansion level, oh, incredible. And this dive is looking bloody incredible. Anatan just doesn't have the answer right now. Free arbitrary currently. A lot of knights in his face here. Is he going to be able to hold? Looks like the keep is going to save his bacon. So we'll reset things. But I think for Wham, play now, just go Imperial Age. You know it's Guildhall, it has to be. So over time, Anatan's going to end up there anyway, but you can beat him to the punchline. Both Communion and Killzone are S tier. Hell yeah. Like I said, I get, if you've only ever played Killzone 1, I get your reservations. I think the same with Shadowfall. Shadowfall, by the way, is a gorgeous game. It didn't get enough credit for that. Shadowfall looked better than Crisis 3. And I could do a deep dive on graphics to explain that to you in another video. There's a very good reason why, graphically, Shadowfall was a superior product to Crisis 3. So I think Wham just doesn't need to force this too hard. I get where he's coming from in that, like, Imperial is scary because French arbitrary are good. But at the same time, you should get Imperial and scale so much quicker than Anatan can. Just take the win. Palace of Swab is going to scale your economy out of control. Meanwhile, the longer you do this, the better it gets to Anatan. He went 2 TCs playing French. He's scaling a lead. Game that should have fell over by now. Isn't, because I think Wham is looking for the win condition in the wrong location. He hasn't even locked in the North Sacred Site, and there we go. Trigger going to be pulled. Palace of Swabia now on the way. Wait, hey. 79 gold a minute for the French, I'll have you know. Yeah, this doesn't look like you're playing French. I'm surprised you can build this many arbitriers, but welcome to keep discounts. You can get almost free arbitrier a minute. Woo-wee! Yo, you know which RPG did age incredibly well? And maybe it gets too much praise. I know some people feel that way, but I don't think it is. OG Final Fantasy VII. I remember I played that a few years ago, and occasionally I'd open a guide to make sure I wasn't like missing something. Because you know, like old games would have it where they'd lock off previous areas and you just couldn't come back. I was like, I don't want to miss something important, like a story or whatever. That game was beautifully woven for you to come back later. I loved it. It made me feel a bit bad about getting like small, subtle spoilers by accident. Because of my expectation. Because most games wouldn't have been built in such a way. If you think back to OG games, a lot of them would have been built in a linear fashion. Where you miss out, you miss out. Did I play Witcher 3? Yes, I played Witcher 3. I still haven't completed it though. We've actually streamed it before as well. I've never played it past... I haven't even gone to the islands, basically. That's usually where I ended up stopping my playthroughs, because I got distracted by something else. I am considering playing Cyberpunk for the first time. Because of this new PC now. Because we've got all the GOAT graphics and everything now. So we can do full ray tracing. Don't know how many people would want to watch me do that, but yeah. Sacred Site's locked in, though. I think we've got a slow chill and burn here. Anatan should be ready to pull the trigger on teching up soon. 2,000 food. Oh, wait. We need gold. And he sneaks out under the 8k. That's sick. That's fantastic, man. Somehow, Wham just doesn't know. Doesn't even look for it. Anatan finding himself an insane lifeline in what felt like a game that's completely over. Now there is hope for Anachad. Nice play by Wham onto the board, just trying to extend the scalable food before he has to go into the farms fully. He's posturing for the offensive, and Anatan hasn't actually started building the Red Palace yet. At this stage, Wham wants to take a fight just to throw away trash units. He has leaded up the archers, but if he can get trade outs, he'll take them. You know what's another weird thing? Anyone else remember as a kid wishing like more games were open world because you wanted more hours of gameplay? Am I the only one now is like, screw all these open world games. I'd rather just have a really good story, a really good like single player that's maybe 15 hours long, not 100. Is that just me? I started playing Star Wars Outlaws, and I feel like I stopped because it's too open world. It's not even that open world, but I'm like, there's a lot of wasted time here. You start to realize that the game is designed to just waste your hours. And you can say all game is waste if you really want to, but I mean like going from point A to B. You get me? It's like when you have a grind quest to get 100 fishtails and hand them in. It's like, okay, this is a time sinker. It's what I call artificial game time. Like when I see a game, they're like, and it's 200 hours of game length. And I'm like, wow, but is 80% of that artificial game time? As in, is it just me doing pointless quests and running between places? Because if it is, then actually you have 40 hours of game time. Real game time. All right, ones if you think Anno's going to win this game, twos if you think Wham is. And yes, I've played Dragon Age Origins. It's the only one I've actually played through to completion. Go game. Kind of hard to bank against Wham here. Like 4 Relic Regnants, 3 Sacred Sites. No easy play for Anatan to decap right now. I mean, from a qualitative standpoint, like late game arbitrary can carry all, right? But if there's no gold left, sure. Because hand cannoneers might be hard to just scale continuously on just 4 Relic Regnants. But Wham just has so much time to work with. So much resource to work with. I don't really see the plan for Anna here. He's got to punt out of his base in probably 2 minutes' time. He's posturing north side. Wait, hold on a sec. Did Wham lose track? Wham? Wait, what? Yeah, get those villagers back on there. Let's not run risks. We'll be able to play blocker. Wham, I think he now knows. Yeah, he has scouted out the gold. He's found it. However, Anatan already has a backup plan in the north. So this won't completely kill his game straight away. Dive coming in. He's just trying to force the garrison to stop gold gathering. Corwin's going to start slow sieging. Anatan does not have a lot of stone to work with here. He did, however, somehow... Are you kidding me? He got the decap. Extends the game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So I've got a key for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 from the devs. And I was gonna maybe do like a stream to get first impressions. But then I found out that Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 story actually connects. And now I'm like, well crap, do I have to go play that? That's gonna mean a long time before we get around to 2. Full army's coming down here. He's just looking to block out the gold. I mean, he has to at this stage. He missed his win condition. He has to get a new one. This should have been a... I don't want to say completely easy, but a reasonable Sacred Site win condition. If he'd just been paying attention to the sides, but he got distracted. Calf's now going to be diving underneath the keep. Needs to make sure the repair crew can't come out. I'm a mini red on the north side. Not going to do enough, but we do have Anatan with a bigger economy. Could start building up a reserve. Food is a little bit lacking right now, and admittedly, the quality of army is not with him. Horsemen, hand cannoneers should win. This key is going to fail him. Anatan, economy lead is about to disappear. Dive in, though. Check this. Anatan's like, wait, if your whole army's there, it'd be a shame if you overchop the tree line, wouldn't it? Starts to march in with the range force. Incinerar is now on the way. Military Academy as well. So Anatan is going to get some damage done. Problem is, there's horsemen reinforcing here. He's diving into stables. You know there's going to be cavalry units coming out. And that's buying enough time for the rest of the army to come back. A few archers are going to dive in. No real damage done, though. And the hand cannoneers are now springing into action. I know this is about to be a race down to 0 military, and he knows it. Dives even deeper. The problem is the arbitrary are slowing down this move. At this point, we feel better just to peel the archers, go for the worker kills. Bam, he might lose, say, 20 economy here, but Anatan's going to have nothing left. And remember, this is marching drill hand cannoneers with the serpentine powder, which means attacking infantry, they rush the gap close. You saw that correctly, 1.49 movement speed. And after all that, Wham went down from, what, 106 economy max to 101. Dalmatians. The real hound dogs in this one is really the HCs. Sacred Site timer locked in again. Anatan, he already pulled the guild hall into gold. And his army is looking pitifully small. We'll find a little villager raid, but kind of superfluous damage. I think Anatan, that dive, threw away way too much. Let's put him in a position that's quite hard to believe that he can worm his way out. He's going to try to find it. Has got the horseman spam coming. I mean, in theory, raw bloodlines late game, yes. But Wham, we surely just have to be at a point where you consider just going towards your enemy. The reason why he's hesitant, remember, though, is the Red Palace. It's the annoyance of the defenses. Handcannon is nice cut off there. So, like, talking of new games, by the way, I'm wondering if we do a cheeky little stream of Monster Hunter when it comes out. I put quite a lot of hours in the last Monster Hunter, I think. 69 hours. Nice. Ooh, speaking of hunting, Anatan needs to find a way of hunting some economy kills here. The gold is the most important thing. The problem, the risk now is WAM may already have too much gold. 5,000 is a lot to try and burn through. Yeah, like, so I know Monster Hunter comes out at the end of the month. I think the devs said they'll send me a key. So we could maybe, like, square that into a stream towards the end of the month. Give a first impressions. I kind of like the idea of finding an hour or two on stream to do, like, first impressions of new releases. This just feels like a stare down. You kind of understand why WAM is slow rolling this. It kind of is his game to lose. And I know people are like, oh, just end the game, dive in. But this is what things like Red Pass do to you. They make you so reluctant. WAM has been very vocal about his feelings on keeps in the past for that reason. Always feels like a polarizing unit, either OP or underpowered. It's not much again. No blacksmith upgrades, or not many. It doesn't matter as much on the melee tech. Your opponent has been playing mass ranged, right? Maybe yes for Steeled Arrow when he had archers, but with hand cannon it doesn't feel as relevant. The thing is, he's still got 31 archers, so yeah. Hasn't been skipping on the techs a little bit. And we have another decap attempt. WAM should just be marching straight on the side, but it's end. Oh no, dude, he's doing this on purpose. He's pulling him away. Unfortunately, the DPS is a bit too high. So, timer pause, but it won't be another one of those cheeky decaps down here. The annoyance for WAM is he never cleared out these stables, so it keeps spawning new horsemen to decap. If Anatan can just drag this game an hour and a half, I think he'll have more gold. Because, like, there's a point, right, where Guildhall's going to give you a crap ton to work with. That point is very, 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 very deep in the game. There is a point. We do have more outposts coming up as well. So he is inch lane to the point that the static defenses should make it quite easy. Man's kind of reluctant to make any game easy there. I feel like a lot of players would have just tapped out at this stage, but this is what Guildhall does to you guys. This is why we boo when people go Guildhall instead of Raw Institute. When they go Raw Institute, they're like, well, that's it, I've won, or that's it, I've lost. Whenever it's Guildhall, Guildhall is one of the most obvious landmarks I can think of where you look and go, there's hope. It's like when you've got that weird crush on the person that's never talked to you, and you're like, we're meant to be soulmates. She once gave me a handkerchief when I had a cold. When we were in primary school, when we were in year 4. I know, it's very questionable. Why does a year 4 kid have a handkerchief? I don't believe that either. And you've held on to that for years. That's what the Guildhall is. Someone was once nice to me. Maybe it's meant to be. Like, sure, they're married now. They have kids. There's always a 0.0000001% chance they'll love me. Yeah, this all sounds exactly like Guildhall. I've got the key drop crawl again, but this should just die now. And here comes the pull to the north side. Kind of moving in, no, the villages. No. That seemed personal. Excuse me. No one's ever been kind enough to hand me a handkerchief. I went to public school. You think anyone in year 4 had embroidered handkerchiefs to pass me? What world are you living in? Nice spread out here, understand? He's making sure that the cannon splash damage isn't big. And wham, wham, we're not pulling. Oh, for God's sake. This game is not going to end. This game should end. Right? Okay, he may have had enough of this. He's hitting the main. He has got 4 culverins. They are on the way. Can make quick work of this. No Sacred Site victory, but maybe just a straight-up kill-him victory. Now coming in. Arbison placement is doing a little bit of damage here. The culverins haven't even arrived yet. Horsemen are looking for that backstab. Wham. Does need to pull to protect. Bit of a misclick there. That was definitely a miss micro. The siege was on the wrong group there for a second. So double culverin going down. The TC is now being sieged. 2 more culvs are going to be queued up. These bloody annoying little proxy production buildings are doing so much work for Anatan to keep him in the game. So he can take out 3 landmarks without much risk now. Anatan has gone max horseman. But Wham is reacting accordingly with spears. We do have an attempt to... No, not... Why? Every game. He spent all this effort, Stonewall. I didn't think we'd have to worry about this. There's just so many gaps still. It's like public dental healthcare. No matter how much you think they're straightening out your teeth, there's always a gap here, here. Got bucktooth and big ears. So Horseman Raid is going to get shut down, at least the first one. The culverins are now sieging in. They even go after the castle. So it doesn't even care just about taking out the landmarks. And your brain is like, this is finally over, right? Yeah, I mean, you can't fight this. Drown him in ponies! 23 hand cannoneers as well. Anatan, he actually pulled a rabbit out of a hat. Where the hell was he keeping all this? Guildhall, baby. Turns out she didn't just give me that handkerchief because I had a cold. We're getting married next summer. Could this be the push? Wow, I mean, he has a lot more resource, but he's just not been able to end the game. What felt like a 30 and done may need to add another hour onto that timer. Tricky as well. Your horseman just not as tanky. Royal Bloodline is making that difference. Your hand cannon is not really your strong point. We've mentioned HRE in the late game. Like, what do they militarily have? Landsknechter? That's kind of it. It's not like the French. Arbitrier, pretty sick. Horseman with extra health. But somehow it became about hand cannons. Brute force the fight. If we turn it into a meat grinder, mathematically, Wham should have it. I've just dragged my face across the calculator, spelled out boobies, and I can confirm his numbers are better. Maybe it wasn't love. Maybe in the end, she did choose the big, sparkly mansion in the middle of the Canadian woods, with Wham laying out on a bearskin rug. Because the hand cannoneer count looks better for Wham. Elite Army Tactics coming in just 10 seconds. The Spearmen are about to become an even bigger problem here. And just as you think, now that she's married, the Wham's had a family, it's building up again. If Anatan can just survive another 5 years, it's going to go for that public phone call. Invite them down to Miami. And we're going to have a Reed follow-up to the rom-com. But that's a long way away. maybe 10 minutes away. Wink, wink. Why don't we just kill this? Like, for real now. Maybe we just stop allowing the horseman spam to come from the corner. Right? Maybe we just stop allowing Anatan to gather gold down here as well. Right? Prize money for first place. It's reasonable, but not so much that if this turns into a 4-hour game, it beats minimum wage in the Americans. Cannons are at least going to now be dealing with the keep. However, it's kind of funny to see an HRE player hasn't built like a million cannon emplacements for once. At least not in his base. He's built them on the sacred sites. That's also getting cleared up. I feel like I can finish reading all the 8 short articles I have open until this ends. You only have 8 tabs open? Oh, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm probably about like 28 tabs open right now. Another reason why we had to go and upgrade to that 64 gig of RAM. Oh my god, he's trading. And it's not Wham trading. It's Anatan trading. It's not great. It'll do though. 45 gold each way, and Merchants Guild making it even better. I'm telling you, he's gonna take her to Miami. You're gonna lose your wife, Wham. After a sturdy 15 years of marriage. Anatan, you may have been upped one. The bearskin rug seemed good, but all of a sudden Anatan, wearing nothing but a jockstrap on top of a Mercedes here, with a rose in his mouth. The guild hall is stockpiling again. This is ridiculous. Okay, he found the workers. There's a cannon placement on the way to say Auf Wiedersehen. Soon. But just in case that one outpost is not enough, we'll just get a few more. Better safe than sorry. What's a little word between friends? Creepy set thing to say in the wrong setting. Rams are moving on to the keep as well. Gold's pretty much been tapped, so that's not going to be a problem. I just... how? Like, this game. How? How is the most desperate openings we've seen in Age of Empires in a long time led to some of the most desperate closes? Then how she sharing the gold? The cannon places. Oh my god, they're both setting things to murder each other. I mean, there's just this big gold right here. But Wham is like, no. Wham is that kid in the nursery who sees someone else playing with a toy and really wants that one. Even though there's a bigger and better version of the same toy right here. If Anatan wants it, I'm having it. That's the true twister on the story. The real reason he married her. It's because Anatan originally wanted to. There you go. We completed the story. So now it just seems like a revenge arc thing where you want Anatan to get the girl. And remember, people like Dry Arabia delivers the most incredible... We've just reached the stalemate point of this now being about resources. Gradually. But this is like one of the weird things about late game. Late game does this. Ass Rams from Wham could win this. It would rhyme too. Instead, we have mass hand cannoneers from both players. Good God. That's not enough horsemen. Bam! He built so many spearmen. It's just kind of pointless. He can at least kite away. He has got the marching drills. What is this fight? What are these late game comps? Alright, hear me out. I want a mechanic that unlocks at 50 minutes where you're like, buy your way to victory. Basically, you sacrifice resources to force your opponent to sacrifice them. If they don't have them, they go in debt. Minus resources. Yes or no? Because, like, Anatan should just be dead. But we've said that so many times. He has 4,000 more gold. I was like, might be a quick day today. Might be able to, you know, kiss Freya goodnight. Put my daughter to sleep. This game came out of nowhere. Well, he has lost all the side production. So things became more linear now. And Anatan did just lose way too many hand cannoneers. He pulled the gold, but remassing takes a bit of time. Has got a decent amount of archer ranges, mind you. The other thing we haven't really talked about here isn't just the fact that he's got Guildhall for infinite gold. Remember, he has also got the discount. He's only paying 90 gold. These are Streltsy prices. Hence why he keeps respamming. Like the Wham kept it healthy, by the way. He didn't take the bait. Still spam spears, so the horseman can't actually fight. Keep the north side is going to get slaughtered down. And at that stage, Anatan, it's only 13 traders, but it's basically all the in-between gold he has. Yeah, he's already pretty much spent all of it, hasn't he? Right, he had like, what, 4,000? He's down to 1,300 already. And no, Wham is not trading. He learned that lesson the hard way from the free-for-alls. Never again. Chill, Anatan got this. Part of me is like, if Anatan does have this, what does that say about the state of our late game? Because it feels like a game that he shouldn't be able to win. Yet, here we are. 49 minutes into just your typical Dry Arabia experience. Flash in. Wham. I like the way he done that. He held the spears back, so the horseman took all the fire. But this is a lot of ponies from Anatan, and he is going to break through. Oh my god. Is there a world in which he drains Wham's resources? It's still 4,500 gold. But the active gold veins are running out. He's down to 3,000 over here. He didn't cut some of the reinforcements, so hand cannon near count, immediate reblob, sure. Anno has already blobbed up to 47 HCs again. This game. Bam's like, what is he doing to me? Why is this still going? Anatan's just charging across the map. I'm coming for your wife! So that wasn't a very Belarusian accent. We're sticking with the wife story now. Guildhall, of course, has a long way to go, but I have this weird feeling Anatan has a long way to go too. Yeah, wow. This is where the melee is a problem. He's legit forgotten about them. This is the man who will beat you with Delhi while forgetting to actually use his landmarks to research things. Here it's a bit more painful. That's a 4 damage differential. Sorry, 5 damage differential that's missing from his meat shield units. I think that's what's allowing Anatan to trade a bit better than he ever should standing here. Front line is going to break down. Hand cannoneers need to retreat. All right, predictions. What minute does this game finish in? He really didn't lose that many hand cannoneers, like what, maybe 10? Wham has got a second wave coming. It just feels like he needs a lot more horsemen to really punish this. We have got Sacred Sites locked in again for Wham. So again, there is a win condition. And again, it's going to get decapped, isn't it? I wonder if they'll ever notice. They've been chatting to each other. Wham wonder? With what economy? He's getting 40 stone a minute. It may take a while. I feel like Anatan is slightly winning these fights. Which is crazy considering Wham has 4,000 food income. Like, Anno shouldn't be winning these fights. But what he's doing is he's shoving out just enough horsemen for the hand cannoneer mass to remain bigger. That's what's winning the fight. They just wave their holy sticks at each other. It's like, yeah, mine's cooler. No, mine's cooler. Mine's cooler? And I brought a friend. All right, decap's coming through. Why is Anatan's gold income bad? Who needs gold income? Don't be a noob. Just build Guildhall. We're just going like, you know, we're going the businessman way of things. Why have like a reliable, sturdy business when I can just declare bankruptcy and then get a new loan? Easy. Decap actually did get blocked. There's so many things you need to blitz through here. We have outposts creeping up on both sides, but it's becoming about the trailer trees in the center. Because the thing is, they can get infinite food, they can get infinite gold, but they can't really get is infinite wood. So at this rate, it's going to be decided by who cannot produce horsemen anymore. Some mangoes, you'd think. It's mass horsemen, though. French can get infinite wood. Oh, joy. I'm glad he hasn't discovered that trick yet. 18 traders. And cannoneers. Uh-oh. Anatan overextension. Horsemen arriving a little bit too slow now. Second wave coming in from Wham. Should be enough to start cracking this, but Anno, with this many villages, this castle's going up. No doubt about it. And remember, he can garrison immediately. And then these hand cannoneers are in trouble. Has also got that one arbalist in place, which is quite nice. Alright. Do we have the push power now? Double cannon coming through from Anno. He only has to kill. Let me just quickly do the math for you guys. He only has to kill 14 Raxes, 7 archery ranges, 10 stables, 86 farms, 4 landmarks, and a partridge in a pear tree. So he's got a few things to kill. Wait, is... Are you kidding me? How is he going knights? With 55 minutes in the game, he's only got 20 traders. Guildhall. Wait, but he pulled the guild up. This is not elite knight spam macro. Surely. Culverin's at least sieging the keep. He's actually doing it. 15 knights queued up. I mean, Wham is still building spears. He might just be assuming he's going to stop because there's just so many hand cannoneers. No ball and oil? Can't... Dude, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you getting 500 gold for boiling oil? I've got to build knights. Can't they solve this with a chess game? Dude, I'm tempted to just say, yeah, you know, change it down to BO5, rock, paper, scissors. Good. Reminder that we still have 3 more games after this, potentially. Whoever can complete a world conquest in Europa Universalis first wins. Still be quicker. What has this absurdity become? Even arbitrary now getting added in. Okay, that's not great. Arbitrary is kind of dog here, right? I mean, why would you want arbitrary over hand cannoneers? You just wouldn't. I just think he's kind of reaching his threshold on gold. We do have more traders coming in now, up to 28. I haven't had dinner yet. And we've done it. All right, Wham is finally going mangoes. It took an hour. It was like, ethically, this is wrong. I don't want to do it. But the moral objections are over. However, he can't get adjustable crossbars. He can't even get the mango, right? He needs to lose some units. Mangoes are a big deal here. They would have been a big deal about like 10 minutes ago when it was like 50 hand cannoneers. Now that it's 25 knights. Oh no. He's gonna got 20 spears against Royal Bloodline Knights. Has at least got the wall. Wait, no. Had the wall. Hey guys, look what we found! Hey, look at. Well, at least it's gonna fill it in. Oh my god. And we're back in our base. It's like, ah yes, I wanted you to come through the gap. You merely used the gap. I was born in, owned by. Wait, no, that would be appropriate for Wham and Walls in general. Well, the other raid's done nothing. At what point do we just have a mechanic where the map starts shrinking? Just pushing them towards each other, you know? That was not Tom Hardy? Yeah, well, Tom Hardy used a Pringle can, so shut up. Born in the gap doesn't sound right. What do you mean? That's exactly how most people are born. What are you, a chicken? Did you come from an egg? Even then, you came from a gap. I mean, congrats, your mum was C-section. Like, cesarean. I really don't know how this game ends. I mean, a wonder victory is just not possible. Neither of them has the resources. We've got... Are you kidding me? We've got 47 hand cannoneers reacting to 2 knights. Which means now, like... Oh my god. And the guild hall is pulled it again. They switched on the word. Theoretically, Anatan should now be favored. He's up to 33 knights. Adjustable crossbars is finally coming in. Wham lost enough troops to get it. However, adjustable crossbars is kind of trash against mass knights. It's great against the hand cannoneers. solves part of the problem. I think why is the optimal goal here just mass spears, mangonels? He's gonna have to lose a few hand cannoneers first. He's up to 60. He even has heavy maces being prepped. See 60 hand cannoneers, you're not scared of knights? Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna hand you basically a stick with a small cannon at the end and some gunpowder. And then I'm gonna put on heavy plate armor. I'm just gonna charge at you, okay? You know how dangerous these things were? You're pretty much just loading a firework into the end of that thing and pointing in a direction. You guys see that clip of that Asian kid where his dad gave him like one of those shooter sparkler things, and like he was walking around with it in the air and then he just starts aiming it at people and chasing after them? That's pretty much what a hand cannoneer is. Alright, clash coming in, knights. Go for the backstab. I'm starting to hit the hand cannoneers a little bit with the spearmen. Uh-oh. The mangoes are now a problem. That is a heavy dose of pain for Anatan. Remember, when you switch knights, the trade-off is you don't have the meat grinder speed here. They take a lot longer to produce than these horsemen. That's why I'm finally done it. He went down to 80 economy for this. Anything for his wife. Pushing in. We have reached the red pass, though. Oh, no. The Fortress of Virgitude has arrived. This thing keeps you locked up tighter than a chastity belt. There's just no easy getting through it. Oh, God. This game would not have been half this length if it wasn't for the Red Palace landmark. I'm calling that right now. That was the thing that made Wham reluctant to dive for the end kill. The absurdity of that defensive landmark. Namasan, he needs this. This is the way he's trading, right? Camp here. What's he gonna... Like, how else is he gonna get 4,000 gold? Oh. Wham still needs to end the game. This is the awkward thing about Guildhall. You can't just sit there and wait for your opponent to wave the white flag. Mangoes are going to be fine. For the most. Trading out the cannons now. He's going to be able to force them away. Colvin's trying to snipe as well. I think we've reached limbo. Death's limbo. Anatan, it's kind of like the bar is getting lower and lower, and we're reaching that point now where you just can't flex. Not Hermes from Futurama. You haven't got that level of power. You can't dip it low like Christine in Milan. Wham. Healthy military lead just needs to put it into action. Second wave is now coming in. Anatan, half his army is archers. In theory, a good idea into hand cannoneers. Doesn't have silk bow strings, though. Surely, this is it. We've got horsemen hitting the back now. Does Anatan even have wood access in it? No, so you can't replace the archers. You can't go horsemen again. Everything is gold heavy. And he's only got 300. He just pulled it again. So, 34 traders is great when you can trade. We're on the verge of that stopping. So we are on the verge of a Wham win. But we've been there before. I can already hear people screaming. No! Not again! It's fine, he's got one mango. Mangoes are OP. I read it on Reddit, so it must be true. They did also say that KP sucks, so... Damn it. Oh, this thing stopped tracking. Oh my... It's only 12 mangoes. Remember also, Anatan's army. Yes, these bars are horrible. Oh, this game was horrible. How did this go for an over an hour with the way it began? I don't know, but all I know is we now have a 2-2 scoreline. This is nowhere near done.